What was your reaction to Bruce reporting Saturday on Inside the Clubhouse that the Cubs will be one of the teams in pursuit of Shohei Ohtani if Ohtani indeed enters free agency this offseason? Realistic or fantasy baseball?
The Chicago Cubs will be among the players for Shohei Ohtani when he turns free agent in November.
My mouth hit the floor a little bit. Didn't really see that one coming. It was about 10:47. Show's over at 11. Bruce drops that on me, and it was a really interesting development. The Cubs can't afford Ohtani. Bruce thinks it's going to be north of $600 million, maybe $700 million. I don't know where that will end up. I don't think it matters right now. And certainly it's an easy thing to say, but it's an interesting concept to consider. If they are already discussing financially what it would take in the way of an investment to get in the conversation. There are factors that could lead him to Chicago. Say a Suzuki is a friend of his. Maybe he wants to try the Midwestern market. Who knows? But I think they're going to be the Mariners, the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Angels, the usual suspects. The Cubs are in the mix. It'd be a great mix to be part of. So that was a surprising development Saturday morning, but a welcome one.
I like those list of teams you named. Don't forget about the Mets, too, I feel, with Steve Cohen. I just think, like, he's willing to pay whatever, I feel like, for the Mets. So I think they're selling off now, but they're going to have that money to get them. But, I mean, this news is great. If you're a Cubs fan, this is what you want to hear. This player is everything that you need. Obviously, he's arguably one of the greatest players, but at the same time, the Cubs need pitching, probably like a star pitcher. That's him, front number one pitcher. You got it. Ace. They need middle of the bat, power. Yep. Got it. You get that in one player. So I'm okay, whatever the cost is going to be. You get like two players in one.
Bless you.
Like, oh, man, you got to love that.
Yeah, I think, does that mean Cody Bellinger's not sticking around, Mr. David?
It might. If it's either or, I mean,
if it's either or, you take Shohei Ohtani.
Absolutely.
Without a question.
Absolutely.
So I think, number one, let me tell you, the Cubs should be in on Shohei Ohtani. The Cubs have as much money as anybody in baseball. They make they should show that commitment, and they should make that move. Plus, all it costs is money, okay? If the guy's a free agent, that costs you money. You're not going out and giving away all these players that you've accrued. Meanwhile, whatever you're left, whatever you need, your top three prospects are outfielders, or maybe that's changed. I haven't looked recently at where the Cubs are at, but we know they got a lot of good outfield prospects. So if you did make that kind of a move, that would be a laudable move to make. The Cubs should be in the conversation for the guy. They should be wooing the guy. And frankly, make sure it's not like, maybe we'll go get Moncada or excuse me, Machado. Maybe we'll go get, Bryce Harper. This has to be real. You have to, if you have made a decision that you got the dough, the guy's the best player in baseball, get him. Period. End of story. They should be in on every great player. And this is the jewel of all the great players.